And most organizations that stick to it for 30 days think it's the best thing that they've ever done.
I know.
The dailies.
How long do your dailies take?
They're like 10 minutes. I mean, we're very good about
So you go over what's up, right? Is there a measure that you need to be talking about? And then
where do you start?
where do you stop? And do a quick wrap up. So here's my advice on the alternative. You're not finding it to be productive. So go back for the next 30 days, put a post-it on your computer screen, and write the question, could this be handled in a daily meeting? I think, I don't know why I want it there, it's because email.
Right.
Big part of where people lose time and attention is email. You sent me an email on this, why didn't we cover that in the tactical meeting? Now we're spending time, that's taking your time, it's taking their time around other things that you could be working on. That if they just said, tactical meeting, or I mean daily meeting, that we're talking about, right?
Right.
And as a startup, I think the critical thing, as a startup, by definition, you have things that come up every day.
Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
And so why couldn't you be more efficient in addressing those? Some of those maybe have to have immediate attention, but if you had a daily every day, could you not make the decision that, well, we've got our daily. We need to make sure this is part of when that happens. Some companies even, obviously you're not looking for this, but some companies even say we have a morning daily and an afternoon daily.
Right.
If things are moving too quick and that's what they need to do, and they need to make sure that they're addressing things in a timely fashion and shifting some of that stuff to that, that's the way to do that. But that's what I would do, is go back to because that's a primary area of bottleneck for companies. We default to email to try and resolve these things that if we just had the consciousness to say, I've got 10 minutes on the phone, I can make everybody aware. Maybe I need to follow up with some email, but people are going to get that message then better than I've got, hundreds of emails, and do I even get to it, right? Or if I do, it's just, that's...
To that, I totally agree with that. I'd rather pick up the phone and just have a conversation. But I was working with a partner about a year ago, and I picked up the phone, and he kind of laughed at me. And it said a comment like, you're so, back in the 80s or something. He's like, just tweet me or email me or something. I'm like, it prolongs the
right,
and I was like, really?
Right.
It's just the environment that we're in today with
and that's what people think, and people have grown up with tweeting and whatever, but your discipline as a leader is to make sure those get resolved correctly, everybody hears it, everybody's on the same page. I do email, I send copy. Do I know people are going to read it? Do I know people are listening? No, but I can reinforce it if I think it's an important, hey, here, let me summarize what we just talked about, and I can do that in 10 seconds, and I know everybody's at least going to get a good part of that message. Versus if I do email, it's, I didn't see that, I got so much stuff, and, that becomes a challenge. So the discipline here is to find ways to make that useful.
Right.
And take 30 days and ask that question and see, are you missing opportunities? Because, we provide a guiding template for that, but that isn't always, always how it works out. So look for other opportunities to say, well, could this be a better, at least voice-to-voice, if not face-to-face, communication that occurs, and it helps us to increase our ability to free up time for the tactical priorities and strategic things that we need to be working on.